Hi, my name is Shaddai Karoga. I am currently a student at the STEM Alliance member at GTCC, and I am currently studying to be a conservation biologist. A little bit about what conservation biology is simply that we got to make sure that there are plant species and animal species that don't become too overpopulated or too underpopulated, and also that any environment or any animal doesn't become too overwhelmed by human impact. All right? So today we're going to be talking about salamanders. And I'm going to introduce you guys my salamander, Quincy. Here she is. Quincy here is a spotted salamander. Beautiful, isn't she? Now, salamanders are amphibians, meaning that they're cold-blooded vertebrates. When they're born with gills, and they're in the water. As they become an adult, they get rid of those gills and they get lungs so that they can breathe air. Now, salamanders have been around for millions of years. As a matter of fact, a fossil record showed that salamanders were still alive 165 million years ago. That's a long time. Now, there are different types of salamanders. There are aquatic, meaning that when they're born, and as they become an adult, they live their entire lives in the water. Semi-aquatic are born in the water, but as they become adults, they can still be on land, be in the water, wherever they prefer. And then there are terrestrial salamanders, like Quincy here, who are born in the water, but as she became an adult, they decided, I want to be on land. So they go further out on land. But like any amphibian, they have to stay moist. So places that you'll find salamanders are creeks, lakes, rivers. You'll find them under moist rocks, rotting wood, caves. Almost any area where it's moist, you can probably find one. Salamanders are carnivore. They eat slow-moving prey like worms, slugs, snails. Some larger salamanders like to eat small fish and crustaceans like crawfish, and some like to eat insects like Quincy here loves her mealworms and her crickets. Let's put Quincy away for a little bit. There we go. Cool thing about salamanders is that they can regenerate parts of their bodies. Any predator that comes, bites off its arm, just grow a new arm. Bites off its tail, just grow a new tail. Even if a predator bites half of his face off and parts of its brain, they can regrow it all back. Pretty cool. Salamanders, like any amphibians, they are very sensitive to their environments. Reason is because they absorb almost anything through their skin. So if there's a chemical around them, they will absorb it through their skin. Water, absorb it through their skin. But I want to talk to you guys about a chemical called mercury. Mercury is a toxic chemical that can be made naturally by forest fires and volcano eruptions, but can also be man-made by burning coal and burning oil. When mercury is being burned and it gets into the atmosphere, as it rains, that mercury falls down and goes into our water and our soil. And it can make a lot of animals sick. And it can make us even more sick. If you're taking a shower or drinking faucet water, it's going to make you very, very sick. So here's a question I want to ask you guys. If there is a lot of mercury in the soil and in the water, would salamanders be affected by it? A good answer to that is, I don't know. Almost nobody knows. And that's what I'm trying to study and find out. If there was a high level amount of mercury, would we have low populations of salamander in that area? And if so, next time that we see low populations of salamanders, can we think maybe mercury is affecting them instead of having to do so much experimenting to see what's the issue, what's the problem? And that's the wonderful thing about science, is that you ask a lot of questions and you experiment to see what is right and what is wrong. So I want to play a game with you guys. We're going to play a game where we feed Quincy here. So I got a couple of food here. And we're gonna see if Quincy here can eat it or not. If it sticks on the board, she can eat it. If it doesn't stick on the board, she can't eat it. So let's see, the first food, snails. Can Quincy eat snails? Well, let's find out. Yep, she can eat it. All right, let's see. What about lettuce? Can Quincy eat lettuce? Well, let's find out. Oh, nope. Can't eat lettuce. They can't eat lettuce because they're not herbivores. Herbivores are animals that eat vegetables and fruits. So no lettuce. Let's see, what about worms? Can Quincy eat earthworms? Well, let's find out. Yep, she can eat it. All right. Let's say, small fish. Can Quincy eat a really small fish? Well, let's find out. Yep, she can eat it. If a fish is small enough for their body and their head to go ahead and swallow it, they'll go ahead and eat it. What about chicken? Can Quincy eat chicken? Well, let's find out. Oop, nope, can't eat chicken. Even though Quincy is a carnivore, doesn't mean that she can eat all types of meats. So chicken, not a good one for Quincy. What about crickets? Can Quincy eat crickets? Well, let's find out. Yep, she can eat crickets. And Quincy loves eating crickets all the time. What about apples? Can Quincy eat apples? Let's find out if she can eat apples. Nope, she can't eat apples. Remember, they're carnivores, not herbivores. So they can't eat fruits and vegetables. Now here's a really tricky one. Really tricky one. Can Quincy eat other salamanders? Well, let's find out. Yep, she can eat other small salamanders. As a matter of fact, a lot of salamanders, when they're young and then their larvae stage, they will eat each other. They can be cannibals. So yes, if Quincy wanted to be mean enough, she can eat another smaller salamander. All right, guys. So that's all that we have for today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you guys had a fun time and you guys learned a lot. Thank you so much and have a good day.